As a Visual Studio developer, I'm not aware of a single day in my life when I have not clicked on build, rebuild or clean solution menu. Now I'm sure that many developers are aware of the differences between these menus, but believe me, many developers are not aware of it. So in this video, we'll try to understand what exactly is the difference between build solution, rebuild solution and clean solution. So let's first start with the difference between build solution and rebuild solution. Build solution will perform an incremental build. In other words, it will only build code files which have changed. If they have not changed, it will not build them. So if code files have changed, then build solution will actually go and build only those files. While rebuild solution will build all the code files irrespective if they have changed or not changed. Okay. And while the rebuild happens, it will first go and clean all the compiled files. That means it will go and delete all your current compiled EXEs and DLLs, and then it will build everything from scratch irrespective if the code has changed or not. So let's try to demonstrate build solution and rebuild solution. You can see that we have a very simple solution here, and in this solution I have a class library and I have a very simple console application. And if you see this class library and the console application, they were built, the last build was on this time. So you can see here date modified. So the top folder actually shows the class library DLL, which was built on 7/22/2013 at 7:22 AM. And you can see the console application was also built on the same time, 7/22/2013, 7:22 AM, right? Now what I'll do is, let me go ahead and only modify the console application. So let's say some developer comes and he puts some code over here, right? And let me go and only build this. Okay, I'm not clicking on rebuild or clean, I'm just going and building this. So in other words, what should happen now is, as per the fundamentals what we spoke previously, as soon as I click on build here, it will only go and build the console application and it will not build the class library. So let me go and click on build here, and let me quickly go back to the folders view. Now if you see the date modified of both of these libraries, you will see that the class library date modified and the time is same. If you remember, it was 7:22 AM, 7:22, that is the same thing. And if you see this console application 50.exe, it is now 7/22/2013, 7:34 AM. So the 7:22 AM is now changed to 7:34 AM. In other words, the build solution only went ahead and it only compiled this console application because the code had only changed in the console application. Now let's say if I go and click on rebuild, now let's see what happens. Now if you go back here again, you can now see that both the files have been modified. You can see here class library1.dll is now 7:38 AM, as well as console application 50 is now 7:38 AM. So irrespective of the code file has changed or not changed, the rebuild solution first goes and deletes all your DLLs and EXEs, that means your compiled files, and then he goes and builds them again. Now the next thing is, what exactly is this clean solution? The clean solution menu actually just goes and deletes all your compiled files. So if you click on this clean solution here, and if you go and see your folder view, you can see that all the compiled files have gone off. So you can see all the DLLs have gone off from the class library 1 folder, and you can also see that all the EXEs have gone off from the debug folder. You can see that there are some manifest file and other files here because those are not compiled files, so they are there, but the compiled files, that is DLLs and EXEs, have been deleted. So the build solution, builds only the code changed. Rebuild solution will go and delete all your compiled files and then rebuild all your files irrespective if the code has changed or not, while clean solution just goes and deletes your compiled files. So whatever things we have discussed till now, what we can conclude is that rebuild is nothing but it is clean plus build. Now the next question is, then why do we have this rebuild option? In other words, I can just click on first clean and then I can click on build. So what is the difference between rebuild and what is the difference between doing a clean and then a build? The difference is the way build and clean sequence happens for every project. Now let's say if you have a solution and it has two projects, let's say project 1 and project 2. Okay. Now, if you do a rebuild, what it will do is it will take project by project. It will first go and clean project 1, build project 1, then it will take the next project, it will go and clean project 2 and build project 2. But if you do a clean and a build, it will first go and delete all the compiled files of project 1 and project 2 and then do a build of all project 1 and project 2. So the difference is the way the sequences of build and clean happens. In rebuild, it goes project wise, while in clean plus build, it first goes and deletes everyone, okay, deletes all the compiled files and then goes and builds the complete project. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. In this video, we were trying to understand what exactly is the difference between build, rebuild and clean solution. Thank you so much.